Hello, fire signs, and welcome to your reading for the first week of March, March 1st to the 7th. Holy smokes, that's insane. So this is a collective fire sign reading. You could have fire as your sun sign, your moon sign, your Venus sign, your nodes. Like there's literally so many signs. You can, I find that kind of depending where we are, in our path at the time, kind of depicts on which sign you're going to be most drawn to kind of watch. So if this one does not resonate with you, that's fine. It's a general reading, okay? Not everything is going to resonate with everybody. So take it as it is. Do not try to make it fit. That is not what these readings are all about. I think that's it. A heads up, I do cuss sometimes, not intentionally. I really do try to work on it in my videos, but there's your warning. It sometimes slips out. So I've already pulled some oracle decks just to try to save up on time as far as shuffling. So we're gonna get right into that. This is just an overall general reading. I don't really have an idea of where we're going with this. We're gonna pull over the Energy Oracle deck, and that was the overall theme for this. So we will do that right now. Okay, wow. Okay, so there was 4 that came out, and this is the overall theme of the reading from March 1st to March 7th. So the first card you pulled was the Sun. Not too shabby, looking pretty good. If you're from Canada or Ontario, which is where I am, maybe you are praying for sun. I know I am. I am a little bit done with the winter. The second card that was pulled was the 5th chakra. This is your throat chakra, okay? This is where your communication comes from. Your communication to the world, your communication to self. That's a big one. But that's kind of, that's your 5th chakra. The next one is walking away. And the last one is all tied up. So these are the overall themes of this first of this first week. What are you guys walking away from? What are y'all tied up about? Okay, so the second oracle deck that I pulled from was the Spirit Animal deck. This is a new deck to me, but I freaking love this deck. Oh my goodness. So anyway, first one you pulled is the Mouse Spirit. Tend to the small things. Look how cute that little mousey is. Tend to the small things. The next one is Frog Spirit. Clear out the clutter. And Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. Okay. All right, so at the bottom of the Energy Oracle deck, you had the Angel of Love, actually followed by the Healer of Ages. Holy smokes, guys. Fire signs, you got a bit going on here. The Angel of Love, Healer of Ages, door to value, a man holding a heart, a man holding a coin, and door to personal healing and happiness. Who's Mr. Prince Charming and where'd he come from? I love it. Holy smokes. Oh, with like your 6th chakra behind that, cornucopia. Okay, so you guys are having a really good month, and if you aren't, be patient, okay? Remember that readings are timeless, okay? So trust that when you find this is when you are meant to find it. Don't be like, oh, well, that happened however long months ago. That's not happening right now. If there's a lot that resonates in this reading for you, it just might. Okay, wow, that was a really stacked bottom of the deck. I should have known that. Okay, so the Sun, the 5th chakra, walking away and feeling all tied up. So to me, this is really about, as I said, if you're not here yet, or if you're not to the point that you've done this walking away from whatever was keeping you tied up, something along the communication line is coming here, and it is going to bring you that. And walking away from whatever this situation is, whether it is a person, a place, a workplace, a thought patterns, okay? That list can go on. It's going to vary for every different person. So don't try to, put in like, fill in the blanks here to what you're walking away from and what you're feeling all tied up about, okay? And if you're not, then maybe, this might not be a reading for you. So don't feel bad. But anyway, if it's not for you, don't make it fit. I don't know why I keep saying that in this one. Maybe somebody is watching this that should not be watching this. This is not for you if that's the case. If you're already thinking, not for me, not for you. Okay, so the sun, the fifth chakra, walking away and all tied up. To me, this is saying that you are coming into this new sunshine period. Okay, whether you're already here, whether it's coming, whether it's going to come this week or it's going to come next week or in a couple of weeks from now, okay? Your communication to what you needed, to what you needed is bringing you this sunshine. So the mouse spirit, tend to the small things. Sometimes I think we get really caught up in just all the big grand things of life, and you start worrying about the bigger picture instead of just kind of taking sometimes I think we just get so overwhelmed with what's going on in the bigger picture that we forget about all the little things close, the small things. And this mouse spirit, I think is really trying to say that, tend to the small things. Don't worry about the big things. Trust that the big things are going to be taken care of, and just tend to the small things right now. And clear out the clutter. This kind of reminds me of like that walking away, right? As you walk away, you're not taking any of this shit with you. Clearing out the clutter, that can happen, again, people, places, things. All of those things, can need to be cleared out. Our own minds can need to be cleared out. And even, relationships, these aren't relationships that maybe, you're leaving. I'm not saying that, but these are relationships that we all take on things, throughout time in relationships. And it is important to declutter all sorts of relationships. It's important that if things are starting to build up and piss you off, that you sit down, you talk about that, you tend to the small things, okay? Don't let the big things, don't let the small things all add up and, get in the way. Start clearing that out. Start working on that. And nothing is wasted. I love this vulture card, which is crazy because vultures are such like gross, disgusting animals. At least, that's kind of what you picture. Like, we see a lot of turkey vultures, right? And they're actually not. A turkey vulture isn't quite this gross, but nothing is wasted. Okay, every experience, everything that you have gone through has not been for waste. Okay, that's what this turkey vulture is saying. Is everything that you have gone through has been for a purpose. Okay, and we all get to like the ends of situations and we're like, oh, why did I not pick up on that sooner? Why did I have to waste all that time going through that? Why did I do that? Nothing's wasted. Okay, nothing's wasted. Now, on the bottom of that animal oracle deck is the owl spirit. You see clearly now. Well, hallelujah. Okay, so the owl spirit, owls see in the darkness. How do they guide themselves in the darkness? Intuition. At least that's what this card is saying. Okay? This is about following your intuition. It's about trusting, even in the darkest times, it's about trusting spirit to guide that next step. It's about following that next step, following that intuition. Okay, so the mouse spirit, the frog spirit, and the vulture spirit, and that owl spirit, following your intuition, these are the overall energies that spirit's asking you to embrace this coming up week. Okay? Tend to the small things, clear out the clutter. Don't worry, nothing's been wasted. You had to go through what you had to go through to get where you are. And follow your intuition. Be this beautiful owl. I am so drawn to owls. Oh, I love them. I really love them in this one. She just looks so, I just want to hug her or pet her. I do. Okay, so we're going to move on from the oracles. Actually, no. I have angel oracle cards that I had also already shuffled. I just seen their little piles still sitting unturned. So, okay, angels, what did you guys have to say? Teaching and learning. Keep an open mind and learn new ideas. Then teach these ideas to others. Clairsentience. Notice the reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. Ugh, I love this one. Remember who you are. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. I'm going to repeat that, and I'm going to leave that one on the top of this pile so that I see it, because you are loved. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. I love that. Oh my goodness, I love that. Remember who you are. Oh, and the bottom of that angel oracle deck was life review. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. The creative writing card actually is underneath that one, and that card is just saying, you know, now's a good time to grab your journal and start writing in a journal. Get your things out. I think a lot of the times when we walk away from situations that aren't serving us, when we remove ourselves from the life trajectory path, you know, that we were heading down, and then we're like, yep, nope, not where I'm going. And we switch ourselves in directions. When we do that, it is important to document that. And not for others to see. It might not even be for you to ever read again. But it's important to actually put that mind shift on paper. I don't really know why. And I'm not a doctor, so I'm not actually saying, like, personally, for me, it has been a huge, when I'm really going to make that clear mind shift to something else, I'm writing it out. And it is amazing what comes out in writings. It is. All right, we are going to use the Lightseers deck. It has to be like, oh, one of my favorite tarot decks. I just love the depictions. I love when you can look at tarot cards and the depictions on the cards, like, they speak to you. And, like, I mean, I think that's the most beautiful thing about tarot readers, right? Is everybody has certain things that speak out to them. Certain cards that, you know, some people love aren't going to be the certain cards that, anyway, I don't know why I'm going into the card topic. Maybe somebody was like, those really aren't the cards I like. That's fine. I really like these ones. I really do. I like you, Lightseers. I do. Okay, Spirit. What is the collective current energy for the collective fire signs this week? The week of March 1st. What are their current energies, Spirit? What is the current energy of the collective? Okay, a little aggressive. Try again, please. All right. Yep, that's a little bit better. Thank you. Wow. Okay. The Hanged Man, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Cups. So the Hanged Man, she's a woman in this one. The Hierophant, the Nine of Cups. This is all talking about, the Hanged Man is really about putting yourself in suspension, right? Putting yourself into that kind of limbo stage, into the wait stage, but doing that voluntarily. Okay, not being put in the corner, you know, because nobody puts baby in the corner. Baby will put herself in the corner. And that's kind of what the Hanged Man is saying here. You know, it's about taking that time out to center, refocus, just kind of rebalance there. And the thing that is different, so the Hermit and the Hanged Man, they could almost be classified, you know, kind of as like not the same thing, obviously, but, you know, kind of along the same path. Like, it's that, you know, removing yourself kind of from the, like the, you know, the big show or whatever, like just centering back into yourself. But the Hermit is, I find the Hermit is, that all just left my head. Okay. Please discard that information. I don't know where I was going with that, and clearly that was not supposed to be something I was going on. Okay, the hang. All right, Spirit. I get that. Okay, my bad. What is this Hanged Man then? Clarify this for me, Spirit, then. What is this Hanged Man? What is this Hierophant? Okay. You noisy. I'll take them. But you're noisy. Really noisy. You tricked me. I thought there was only 3 there. Okay. All right. So the current energies here. The Hermit's on the bottom. Spirit's messing with me. Okay. I think I was on a really good thing there, and I obviously wasn't, because Spirit said no. Totally switched up my mind here, but we're gonna go with it again because the Hanged Man and the Hermit was on the bottom of that pile. So it couldn't have been like that far off. Maybe I got a little sidetracked, but I wasn't clearly that far off. Okay, so this Hanged Man was clarified by the 4 of Wands. The Hanged Man is about putting yourself in a position, suspending yourself in a position and waiting for Spirit to show you the next sign, and doing that willingly, doing it joyfully, really. It's like, yes, I'm just going to wait this one out. I'm going to hang out in this beautiful, I don't know, satin-looking cloth thing that looks awesome and very, like, therapeutic, actually. Oh, that looks like it would be a good stretch. Anyway, you're going to hang there, okay? And you're going to wait. You're going to wait. You're just going to surrender yourself, you know, to kind of being in the limbo stage. You know, there's an in-between kind of stage, you know, the in-between of leaving things and the in-between of going forward and actually being in that next step. And you're kind of in the limbo stage. That is what the Hanged Man is. It's just hanging out in the limbo stage. And you need to go through the limbo stage. You can't skip that limbo stage in life, okay? There's important lessons to be learned, I think, in that limbo stage. This is celebrating this limbo stage. So for some of you, whatever you have walked away from, just this peace and surrender to the higher power is going to be very liberating for you and exciting, joyous, you know, celebratory. You know, that is a good time. That is people celebrating being where they are. So the second card out was the Hierophant, and the Hierophant was clarified by the 8 of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so this 8 of Swords is trapped. Okay, this is a person, like, look at this girl in that reflection. So trapped, right? She is bound, blindfolded, crows are pecking all around her. Crows are not pecking around her. Crows are pulling strings off of her. Crows are spirit. Crows are trying to help. But she's staring at this reflection of herself, completely bound and unwanting to remove, maybe not unwanting, just unsure of how to remove the strings, how to remove the blindfold, okay? But the biggest picture, or the biggest part of this picture here, is this girl sitting at the bottom. Notice how she is not trapped, guys. This is simply a reflection. And I think so many times in life we get caught up thinking that we are legitimately stuck in something, and we are not. Okay? We are not. There is always a higher, you know, the Lord always has that next option. There's never, oh, I've run out of options. Nope. Nope, there is always a next option. There will always be an option for love. That was his promise. He promised that. So this Hierophant being clarified by the 8 of Swords and the Ace of Wands. This to me is really just his whole brand new passionate idea. You know, somewhere you have felt trapped. Okay, you have been that 8 of Swords, you've been trapped. Life's been tough. The Hierophant is kind of, it's a spiritual card. It's kind of, I find, especially in this deck, I find this, in sometimes it can be a very traditional, you know, kind of almost like a rigid kind of spiritual leader. This one I just find so much peace and joy in. You know, there's that stairway to enlightenment, you know? So somewhere through this process of walking away from whatever was making you feel tied up, there has been this enlightenment to a higher purpose. You know, and walking away and liberating yourself, oftentimes when you dig down deep and you find that self-worth liberating, it does often bring you to a higher purpose, a higher calling, you know? And in order to really walk away from something, you remove yourself from that trapped position, right? You take yourself out of that Eight of Swords, you know? And something, you know, something, this idea here, this idea is what has brought you forward. You know, whether that was just wanting to move on to bigger, better things in life. You know, just knowing that what you've been through or what you've come from hasn't served you and wasn't about to serve you, you know, in the future. So you changed it up, right? And the Nine of Cups. Hallelujah. The Nine of Cups. Now this one was clarified by 4 cards. And that was clarified by the Five of Pentacles, which is such a despairing card. Okay? And this is tough. Like, this just isn't emotional, guys. Pentacles are very much tangible 3D world things. Okay, this is very much what you have walked away from has been something that has, you know, 1, left you financially burdened, 2, left you lonely, heartbroken, you know, just downright sad, right? Okay, I get that. I get that. I myself have been in this Five of Pentacles more often, you know, than I would like to admit. But I do want you to note here, especially in this beautiful picture, see this key? See the lock right there? See how she's on the side with the key? What do you think that means? Right, you have the key to change this. You always have the key to unlock that door. You do. You always have the key. And sometimes that key means opening a door and addressing painful, hurtful things. The rejection, the shame, you know, the heartbreak. The fact, okay, he walked out on me. That hurts. You still have to face it. Okay, you just can't close that off and pretend that that didn't happen. You still have to address the fact that through that you felt, fill in the blanks, you know, and from that, it has made you fill in the blanks. And because of that, you are moving forward to, again, fill in the blanks. Okay? So, this Nine of Cups, like, this is a fulfilling cup, right? This is your current energies, guys. This Hanged Man, the Hierophant, and this Nine of Cups. This is self-abundance, okay? This is self-fulfillment on an emotional level. Okay, coming from, look, down here is all this darkness. It can even be gold. You know, maybe you're coming from thinking that money and material wealth and material, you know, that was the only thing that was going to serve you and bring you happiness. You know, and you've changed that. Something has happened in your life and you're like, oh, okay. Yes, it's nice to have those things, but no, that does not fulfill me. Okay? And you have broken free from that train of thought. You know, broken free from that pattern. You know, that pattern of thinking, that pattern, or those, just so that life conditioning of materialistic shit. You know, that does not serve anybody. Okay, so that Nine of Cups, you had this Five of Pentacles, and then the Wheel. So that's pretty good after a Five of Pentacles. You know, that's change. To the Four of Pentacles. Well, it's not so bad if you're the one holding the 4, I suppose. To the Devil. My, oh my. My little fire signs. Okay, so what I really see here is somehow your situation has definitely left you feeling burdened. You know, that Five of Pentacles. It's left you feeling out in the dark, whether that was financially, just emotionally, I shouldn't say just emotionally, financially, emotionally, you know, whatever the case may be. But times have changed. Times have changed, and this Four of Pentacles, this is all about, you know, the foundations of building a solid, you know, a next solid stepping block, a stepping future. This is about knowing your worth and not letting people, you know, take you for granted. Okay? It can be about greed, for sure. It can be about holding your pentacles too tight or having a materialistic bind, you know, to the things in your life. That is not okay. That's not going to serve you. You know, going from the extreme pentacles of not, you know, the Five of Pentacles of not having anything to the exact opposite of, you know, not sharing. That doesn't serve you either, right? You need a Six of Pentacles in there to remind you to give your love out, because that's the way it comes back. But this is just saying, you know, there can be a solid foundation to build on after this. This Wheel of Change, you know, it is building something solid. And this Devil can sometimes, I'm just going to pull a clarifier on this Devil card here. See, the devil is about attachment. And there's certain things in your life that, yeah. So this Devil was clarified by the Three of Pentacles and the Hermit. See, and I'm really feeling that this Devil isn't a bad attachment in here. I really am feeling that this Devil is about building solid foundations, attaching yourself to the people, places, and things that are going to serve you from here. Okay? And not unhealthily attaching yourselves, you know, not making strings that, you know, are just wasted strings. No, this is about solid, lifetime, collaborating, you know, relationships. It's about building things together, empires together, you know, whatever you're building. It's about building it together. And that's what I'm really feeling, you know, about that. And the Hermit, right? Like, attachment to, yes, building with people, but also keeping in mind what it is that you are building. You know, don't align yourselves. I am going to be so excited when this Mercury retrograde is over, because I literally feel like my tongue is like sleeping tonight. Like, it's hardly saying words. So it's about, I really feel like that Devil, it's about attaching yourselves to the things that you want to build, you know, and that starts with you. Okay? It really does. Let's pull some cards now on your fears. Spirit, what are the fears of the collective? What are the fears and the worries? The Moon, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Temperance. Well, the Moon is very much about shadows. You know, not having all the answers. That is totally understandable. You know, our fears in not having answers. Yep. The Ace of Pentacles. Not exactly sure where it's going to go from here, right? You've walked away from what wasn't serving you into this new beginning. You're standing here with this Ace of Pentacles, right? Where's it going to go? Where's it growing from here? And the Temperance. The Temperance is about balance. You know, maybe you've walked away from something that was like a 9 to 5 and now you're going on your own and you're not really sure how you're going to balance this next change. You know, maybe you know, maybe you're going on a new spiritual journey. You know, maybe you're walking away from, you know, mindsets, patterns that haven't served you, you know, and you're walking into new kind of, you know, new beginnings, new territories. And you're wondering how that's all going to balance. How does your spiritual life balance out with your, you know, everyday home life? What is this moon card, Spirit? What is the clarifier for this moon card? Queen of Pentacles. Okay, just relax. Relax and trust it, okay? Relax and trust it. You have all these fears of all these shadows of these things unknown, and the Queen of Pentacles is like so stinking grounded and cool and collected and calm with everything that she don't give, like, that's not a woman who's worried, okay? Just go with the flow. Queens are intuitional kind of people, okay? They're just trusting. You can be a dude and still be a good queen. So don't think that maybe wasn't for you. What is this Ace of Pentacles? What's the fear of this Ace of Pentacles, Spirit? Okay, that really wants to come out. Oh, of course it's always more than one. So the Ace of Pentacles was clarified by the Two of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles, you know, there could be more than one option, which is could be why very much this is a fear of yours, because you're just unsure of where to go. You know, you don't really know what the next step is. Okay? The Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles clarified that. So the Six of Cups is a nostalgia card. It's kind of about, you know, reflection. Can be also, you know, have something to do with children. You know, maybe this Ace of Pentacles is a new relationship that you're starting at or something like that, right? And there's children involved. And so, you know, there's that extra consideration to be involved, right? The Six of Pentacles, was I calling the Six of Cups Six of Pentacles? I do that sometimes. And anyway, this is the actual Six of Pentacles, and this is about giving your love and continually giving your love, because it is the law of attraction. It is the law of attraction. You know, the more you give out, the more you receive. You hand out garbage, you will get garbage in return. You hand out love, you hand out time, you hand out compassion, you hand out your true self. You will be fulfilled on your own true level. The universe, the Spirit, the Lord will make sure that you are refilled. That's how that works. Okay? So this Ace of Pentacles, yes, there are some options. You know, maybe there's a couple different options on different ways that you can go. Reflect. Reflect on what it is that's actually truly going to make you happy. And then give that love, give that happiness out. And be patient. Be patient. Let the universe and the Lord do their thing. What is this Temperance? What is this Temperance? Oh, the Temperance is the Fool and the Nine of Swords. Wow. Okay. So, it could very much be about starting something new. With this Fool card, you know, it could just be, it could be this next step, you know? This girl, I mean, she looks like she's, you know, just ready to free fall and everything's good. She's got her creative staff. She's got her, you know, her crystal on this side. Spirit's gonna catch her, like she's solid, right? I just dropped that card. Oh, Lordy. Oh, okay. You know, Spirit's just gonna catch her, right? Mm-hmm. This girl is not afraid to do that. No, she's set. She's ready. She's good to go. Okay. Some of us are. Some of us, this Fool card is a terrifying step. That's okay. The Temperance is saying that, yes, okay, there is that balance. You know, there's that imbalance sometimes of, do I go? Do I not? Do I jump? Don't I? Do I take that risk? Don't I take that risk? You know? Yeah, okay. There's a lot of imbalance, especially with this Nine of Swords. It's saying, you know, you are very indecisive about this. You know, up late at night, lots of burdens, lots of head shit going on. You know? Get rid of that stuff. Get rid of that. I mean, I know it's a fear, but just trust Spirit. That's what the Fool card's all about. The Fool card is the Spirit saying, child, start the steps. Start the journey so that I can show you that I'm right here. Okay? I'm balancing this all out. So trust me. Trust me. Take the step, child. Take the step. All right. So we are going to pull maybe, why don't we pull two unknown factors that could contribute to this week. That was pretty quick. Okay, first one was the Four of Swords. And the second one was the Moon card again. Not everything is as it seems. Okay, you've pulled the Moon twice. Okay, there are still things that are going on in the shadows, you know, in the realm of your actual consciousness and helping you. Spirit is still manifesting for you, so do not give up faith. Okay, I just have to point that out before we go in there. This Four of Swords, this is about enlightenment. This is about taking a time out. This is about really reflecting on yourself and finding the peace within yourself, like this beautiful little lamb. Okay, it's got all these swords up here, ready to fall down and pierce it, and that little lamb's just like, nope. I've got this little bright light in my head and I'm fine. You know, because Spirit's gonna protect me. I'm taking a time out. Spirit is just gonna protect me. That's what this is saying. And the Moon again, you know, take the time out because you cannot see all of the things that are going on. You cannot see all of the things in the shadows. So take the time out and trust that it's happening. Okay? Take the time out, continue to pray, continue to manifest those good things. But don't be freaking out because, you know, you're not getting the emails that are saying, you know, from the Lord being like, yes, Janet, I did get that done today. No, come on. Trust. That's the whole part of faith. That's the hard part of faith. That's the worthwhile part of faith. Trusting. Okay. Did we need a clarifier on those? No, I don't think so. That was pretty straightforward. What was on the bottom of the deck? Oh my goodness, yes. Ace of Wands. Followed by the Five of Swords. Guys, why are you doubting yourselves? Can you explain this to me? Why the self-deceit? Why cutting yourselves down? Why are you doing this? Not okay. Not okay. This is okay. This, you know, brand new Ace of Wands. This is a brand new creative start. You are growing something. So grow it. Stop cutting yourselves down. That's not worth it. The Emperor is behind that Five of Swords. Be this Emperor. Okay? Be this tall tree. Very tall. Strong. Roots for miles down in the ground. Okay? Be that. Be that. Not the Five of Swords. It keeps telling you that you're unworthy and you can't do this, and you know, the naysayers are going to say this and blah, 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 blah. No. Cut that shit out. We don't need that. You need to let that go because that's not going to serve you. You've already walked through the gate, you know, from whatever was holding you tight, and it's not serving you. You're moving on. All right. Spirit, what is the advice? What is the advice for the collective fire sign for the week of March 1st to the 7th? March 1st to the 7th, Spirit. What is the advice you have for the collective water sign? Okay. Well, Two of Water. Two of Water. Two of Cups. Justice. And Ten of Air. Well, straight up, that could be love. That Two of Cups could very much be a connection of some sort. could be a connection to a Libra. Very well possible. But we're not getting into that. What I see here, this advice is, Two of Cups is all about sharing and growing something with somebody. It's the romance card because, you know, that's just sharing your cup romantically is, I don't know, a thing. So, but it is in overall, no matter which aspect of, you know, you're looking at it, the Two of Cups is about collaborating with somebody, collaborating with spirit, if that's what it is, you know, collaborating and putting the love in, you know, putting the same amount of love in and filling cups up equally, you know, continuing to fill up cups equally. The Justice is really about karmic balance, you know, a time that the universe, the Lord, is just like, here, this is how this is meant to be, okay? And that Ten of Air, it's funny because it laid on top of this Nine of Swords lying like this. But this Ten of Air, like, look at that. That's completion, okay? That is somebody who has just, she is literally all of these feathers. I think those are really pretty feathers, but picture that as all the bullshit, you know? That she's been carrying all the bad feathers that she's just kind of, you know, had stuffed down her back by people that, you know, had no right stuffing feathers down her back, you know, and she's ripped that shit out because she doesn't need it. You know, it's not serving her, okay? So she said, enough of that, and moving on. And that needs to happen in your life, like, regularly. You know, you need to flush out the garbage that you're holding on to. You need to flush out maybe it's just a week's worth, I'm sorry guys, maybe it's just a week's worth of, like, you know, you had a tough week, you know, and somebody in the office is just being, okay, flush that shit out, get rid of that. You don't need to carry that week to week to week to week to week. No, get rid of that, okay? Find somebody, find something, talk to spirit, talk to God, talk to them about, you know, where it is that you want to manifest and create in your life. Okay? Talk about, communicate that next step. You know, the sun and the communication, like the sun and the fifth chakra, right? Like those two went hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. Well, you could have communication and no sun, because if you're being nasty about communication, that's not going to be helpful and positive. Spirit, what's the last message you have for the fire signs? Come to know the one who watches the voice, and you will come to know the great, and you will come to know one of the great mysteries of creation. Let me say that again. Come to know the one who watches the voice, and you will come to know one of the greatest mysteries of creation. Well, my little earth, no, not earth, the fire signs. Holy smokes. That's a pretty good read. Truthfully, I wish I had a lot more fire in my chart right now. This Two of Cups is... What is this Two of Cups? The Strength. Okay. It was clarified by the Strength. Justice was clarified by the Eight of Water, and the Ten of Swords was clarified by the Nine of Water. It's the strength to walk away from what hasn't served you. It's the strength to walk into your new power. It's the strength to walk into that next, sorry, this was a message that was missing at the end. It's the strength to walk away from all of the shit that has not served you and has dimmed your light, has done whatever, and it is the strength, the Two of Cups is the strength to walk away and to just start manifesting your own freaking beautiful wishing stars. Okay? That is what Spirit's advice for you is going into this week. You know, manifest, build with Spirit, fill that 2 of Cups. Let the Holy Spirit fill your cup. Talk to the Lord. Oh my goodness, He will fill your cup like you would not believe. Justice, by walking away, by whatever you have done, you have set the scales of justice at balance. Okay? When you stay in situations in which do not serve you, or people are just like, taking you for granted or whatever, those are situations that do not serve you, but I was kind of trying to put it in different terms there. When you walk away, excuse me, where did that come from? When you walk away from situations like that, you restore justice in your own world. When you liberate yourself from being in situations where people are not acknowledging your true worth, you liberate yourself and balance those scales back out. Okay? And so by walking away, you did that. This eight of Cups, that clarified that justice card. That's walking away. And the 10 of Swords was clarified by this 9 of Fire. 10 of Swords. This is shit that she's just cut away. But the 9 of Fire is so beautiful because the 9 of Fire, this girl is in a cave. And there's dark storm clouds and bullshit all around her. And she is just manifesting her own light. Okay? She has come full circle to know that what she has been through, she can now create her own stars. She can, make her dreams reality. And it's true. We can. Come to know the one who watches the voice. You will come to know the greatest mystery of creation. Okay, that is my final message this time. All right, until next time, my beautiful fire signs, take care. Bye now.